Hello everyone, my name is Devashish Pathi. Today we will discuss the third year paper of software engineering, and the topic is requirement analysis and specification. Before going to discuss about the requirement analysis and specification, let us discuss a quick review of software engineering. So software engineering is nothing but an engineering approach that is generally used for the development of a good software. So for developing a good software, generally one approach is used that is nothing but my SDLC approach, that is software development life cycle. In the software development life cycle, different phases are present, that is feasibility study, requirement analysis, design, coding and unit testing, implementation and maintenance. We have already discussed in the previous classes the different models for developing one software, that is known as classical waterfall model, iterative waterfall model, incremental model, prototype model, build and fix model, spiral model, and we have already discussed the different advantages and disadvantages of different modules. And if we clearly look all the models must follow the software development life cycle, that is SDLC. So in SDLC, the first step is feasibility study and the second step is requirement analysis and specification. So today we will discuss the second step of requirement analysis and specification of SDLC model. So let us start the today's topic, that is known as requirement analysis and specification. So before we start to develop our software, it becomes quite essential for us to understand and document the exact requirement of the customer. What is the meaning of this point? Let us consider we are developing one software. So for developing the software, we follow the SDLC model, and the SDLC model tells that the first step is feasibility study. In the feasibility study, the financial and technical things are discussed, and after the feasibility study, the requirement analysis and gathering phase is there. In this step, before designing the software or before coding the software, we must first know that what are the different requirements of the customer. If we do not know the requirement of the customer and haphazardly develop the software, then the software might not be a good software, and the software might not be a popular software. So the important point is, before developing the software, we must gather all the requirements from the customer. So next question is, who will carry out the jobs? Who will gather all the requirement of the software? Now the experienced members of the development team carry out these jobs, and they are known as my system analyst. So the members who will collect the information, who will gather the requirement of the customer, they are known as system analyst. And the system analyst is the very experienced member of the team. Then the system analyst starts the requirement gathering and analysis activity by collecting all information from the customer. So how the system analyst gathered all the information? What I have already told you. The system analyst collect all the information from the customer, which could be used to develop the requirement of the system, and the information may be used in future to develop the software. Okay, after collecting the information from the customer, the system analyst analyzes all the information and understand what the customer wants in the software. After understanding, he removes all the incorrect things, that is known as my ambiguity and inconsistency, from the collected information. Or you can say that the system analyst must remove the noise from the requirement. Okay, so first he will collect the information. Secondly, analyzes all the information, understand it thoroughly. After that, remove the ambiguities and inconsistency from the requirements. Then the analyst identify and solve the various requirements, and most importantly, the analyst must identify different anomalies, different inconsistencies and different incompleteness in the requirement. And when he detect these things, he must discuss with the end users, the customers and the team members. The analyst cannot delete all the inconsistency, incompleteness haphazardly. Before deleting these things, he must discuss with the end users, the customers and with the development team. Okay, then after deleting all the unused things from the requirements, all the things must be written in one document, that is known as my SRS document, that is known as software requirement specification document. So what is SRS document? SRS document is nothing but it is the written document of the requirements. Whatever the system analyst gathered from the customer, that things must be in a written document forms, and that document is known as my SRS document. And different parts of SRS documents are functional requirement of the system, non-functional requirement of the system, third one is known as my goals of implementation. So we will discuss what is the functional requirement of the system, then the non-functional requirement of the system, and then the goals of implementation. Okay, so first we will discuss what is functional requirement. The functional requirement part discusses the functionality required from the system. What functional requirement is? Now what are the different functionalities required that must be discussed. Okay. Each function FI of the system can be considered as a transformation of a set of input data to the corresponding set of output data. The user can get some meaningful piece of work done using a high level function. That means in a system, what must be the input data, what are the different data must be inputted to the software, and what are the different functionalities supported by the system, and how the execution will be done, and what is the output, what is the result of the system, that must be discussed in the functional requirement part. Okay. And the second thing is non-functional requirement. Non-functional requirement deal with the characteristics of the system which cannot be expressed as a functions. The functional requirement, the different types of functions supported to the system, is discussed in the functional requirement phase. And what are the non-functionals, which are the not functions that are discussed in the non-functional requirement. Non-functions means let us consider the maintainability of the software, portability of the system, how the software is portable in different platforms, it is portable or non-portable, usability of the system, that must be discussed in the non-functional part of the SRS document. And third one is goals of implementation. Goals of implementation means general suggestion. Okay, what are different general suggestions? The goals of implementation part documents some general suggestion regarding the development. Okay, these suggestions guide trade-off among design goals. The goals of implementation section might document issues such as revision to the system functionality that may be required in the future, new devices to be supported in the future, reusability issue, etc. What are the different things that are discussed in the goals of implementation phase are: what are the different new devices to be supported, what is the reusability of the software, what are the different new functionality supported to the software in future, that must be discussed in the goals of implementation. Okay, after implementation, what are the different things that must be added into the software, what are the different add-ons. These are the items which the developers might keep in their mind during development. Okay, during development these things must be kept in mind, so that the developed system may meet some aspects that are not required immediately. Okay, so this is nothing but my requirement analysis and specification. Requirement analysis and specification is done by one experienced person, that is nothing but my system analyst. System analyst first gathered all the information, analyzes it, and remove all the inconsistency from the requirement by discussing the end user and to the customer. And after removing all the inconsistency, he must write all the things, all the requirements in one document, that is known as my SRS document. Different parts of SRS documents are functional, non-functional, and goals of implementation. Functional requirement means different functionality that are supported to the software, that must be discussed. Non-functional means non-functions, maintainability, okay, usability, this type of things. Goals of implementation means depending on the future aspect, future supported. Okay, what are the different add-ons required after implementation, that must be kept in mind. Okay, so this is all about your requirement analysis. Thank you.